And from the first time you took somebody, the person was shot and killed, correct?
Yeah.
You went back and picked up somebody else and took the person was shot and killed. You, the person who picked them up, and the person who shot at them all contributed in the execution of these people, correct?
Of course.
You agree that you murdered those people?
Yes, I will agree.
They came to the Gambia with hope. 44 young men from Ghana and others from West Africa. They dreamed of reaching Europe. They never imagined their journey would end here, in silence, in fear, in the hands of soldiers. They were stopped, questioned, and accused of being mercenaries. But they were not soldiers. They carried no guns, only hunger, exhaustion, and the dream of a better life. That night, they were loaded onto pickup trucks. Some cried, some prayed. At the TRC, former junglers described how the order came. Take them to the forest. The words were short, but they meant death. 44 lives ended in that darkness. No goodbye, no graves, only echoes. Others just stared into the dark, too tired to speak.
Just answer the question. Let's cut all these speeches. Just answer the question. Tell us what you did and who did what.
When Aliyu Jang took the stand, the room fell silent. He was not just another soldier. He was one of the men accused of helping the junglers capture and kill the 44 Ghanaians. But on that day, his body language spoke louder than his words. He looked uncomfortable, tense, trapped between truth and loyalty, between memory and fear. When asked about his role, he hesitated. He denied knowing the full story. He said he was just following orders. This is part 3 of the untold story of 44 Ghanaians who vanished in the Gambia.
Talk about the West African migrants.
Which migrants are those?
The Ghanaians, the so-called mercenaries.
Waaw su ñëwee ci affaire Ghanaians yi.
When it comes to the issue of the Ghanaians,
man suma xel.
in my mind,
li ma njëkk a dégg.
but the first thing that I heard
ak li ma xam.
and what I know
mooy Ghanaians yi.
was that the Ghanaians,
Brufut lañ leen rey.
they were killed in Brufut.
lii laa déggoon.
This was what I heard.
te ni ma ko déggee ci rajo la.
And the manner in which I heard it was through the radio.
You have told us what you heard. Tell us what you know.
Officer said, if you don't want to die, don't jump from this pickup, okay? Yes, sir. So we asked Lamini, where are these people taking us to? He said, let's pray. There was a village. After this guy had the serious cut, the car branched from the tied road to untied road, and the car knocked a sheep. And they stopped the car, and they brought the sheep, the dead sheep, between me and Kwaju, and the officer said, you are going to travel with this sheep tonight. Definitely we have knowledge about what the man is talking about, that you are going to travel with the dead sheep.
Passing, they fire at him, he fall in the ditch. We come back for another until the last man. So when I took this man up to the ditch, before we reached the ditch, he was having a note, 100 euro note. He gave it to me. He told me that it's not necessary for me to die with this. You are living, you may use it. You have been nice to me since we take off from Banjo. When we arrived, he asked me to give him cha. Sanamanyan told me, finish him. He asked me for me to allow him to say his prayers. I said, go ahead. He kneeled down to say his prayers. Then Sanamanja has already reduced the shot.
Because Ajamo was at the down where everybody lied on him because he was at his chest. He's sleeping with his chest. So he complained to an officer with a long cutlass that he should help him to turn so that somebody will go down and he also have some small rest. The man used the cutlass at his shoulder here. Though the hand was not completely off, He just cuts and asks him which one is more painful.
Shoot. I had no choice. I had to shoot. But from there, I came back and sat in the vehicle.
Let's get it slowly. What did you shoot at?
I shoot at the victim.
You killed.
Yes, sir.
And from the first time you took somebody, the person was shot and killed, correct?
Yeah.
You went back and picked up somebody else and took the person was shot and killed. You, the person who picked them up, and the person who shot at them all contributed in the execution of these people, correct?
Of course.
You agree that you murdered those people?
Yes, I will agree.
After their names were written at the police station, the 44 men were told they would be taken for questioning and released. But this wasn't an interrogation. It was a one-way journey into the darkness of the Gambian night. You are watching part 8 of the 44 Ghanaians who vanished in the Gambia.
So the man said, he stepped into the compound, a hall, and said, "You people must go and dress. We are going to release you." So you get into your bag, you take in your shirt, you put on your trousers. You just search because some people have taken there, so you took what is fitting you, you wear, you take back. So they will come for you from the compound there, they will hold your hand and send you to the outside the house. When you get to the compound, they take off your shirt again and leave it your underwear. So the guy who is inside know that you have been naked outside or you have been taken So the first 4, they use a black wire to tie their hand, including their necks. And
including their what?
Their neck. They use the wire to tie their hand at the back. They use one wire. So when they finish one wire with me, then they use to another guy. They use it in four peoples.
We want to understand really how that is done.
Yes.
Can I have 3 TRRC staff come to the middle and the witness will demonstrate how that is done? Can we have 3 people come to the middle? Yes. 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 Could you? Yes.
So they tie your hand at your back like this.
Yes.
They tie your hand at your
Yes.
at your back like this. They use the same wire to tie this man's back. This man's back here also. You see, and this man also. They use the same thing to tie his ankles here and